This is Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine. I've got another box in front of me from Alpha Outpost. It's the December box. It's called the Chestnuts. We'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. I want you to take a look at this with me. This is the December box. It's called Chestnuts. And you know, I made mention before that Alpha Outpost got away from the comic book thing. I think that's a good thing. But I might make a suggestion before I ever get in here, because this is on my mind right now. And I'm shouting out to everybody out there at Alpha Outpost. You know, I'm just making a recommendation. I think you ought to put down every item that's inside of this box and the retail price for that. It would help out your subscribers immensely. Okay? This month's card talks about Jack Frost versus your car. A couple tips on how to keep it safe. Talks about a winter survival kit that you should have. That's good advice right there. On the back it tells you how to roast chestnuts. I don't know if anybody ever does it anymore, but they're good when you do. It's not easy to do either, by the way. Then it has a thing on here on how to get warm with liquid. You know, you got a picture of some hot chocolate right there. That's groovy. All right, so now let's get off into this box. Always, they've got this little patch in here. It's kind of funny looking squirrel with a couple nuts in there. Must be male. Okay. All right. Then the first thing that I'm pulling out of here. Okay. You know what that is? That is the next generation nutcracker. Any size nut you can put down in there and crack it, including a chestnut. But I mean, you don't crack chestnuts; you cut them open. But that's a nice little gizmo. That's about $9.99, I think it is. We didn't write that down. We didn't write anything down, so I'm going to have to remember this. So let's just say $10 if you're into that. Then the next thing is a hat. This is a stocking hat that is made out of acrylic. I know that because we looked at this. This is 100% acrylic. Keep you pretty warm. Not so much whenever it starts to get wet. They get funky when they get wet, but it's got a little identification patch on there if you want to put your chestnuts on there. These are about I don't know, about $5-6, so we'll call that together so far $16. Then we have a set of goggles, and we like these, you know, being that we ride motorcycles. These are actually snow goggles is what they are, but whenever you ride a motorcycle in the wintertime and it's cold, or it might be raining a little bit or snowing a little bit, you know, we can be out on the road as long as there's no ice. These goggles are awesome. Look at that. Right, they keep the wind out, they keep the elements out. If you're hunting or you're ice fishing or whatever, and the wind is howling at you, or you happen to be humping through the snow in a snowstorm, a blizzard or whatever, these glasses could save your life. And then they've got an amber lens that would go with them too. And the value on these here is about $16, you know, so that's a decent price. Right? So we're at about $32, something like that so far. And then they really kicked up their game with this cashmere scarf. This is a really nice cashmere scarf. It's only a single ply, you know, so it has about a $9 retail value on it. The double plies are about 12 to 13. But you know, when I hold it up to the light, very little light gets through. That tells me this would keep in the warmth. You know, so that's a nice little scarf right there. But we'll call it $10, so we'll call that $42. And then look at here. You have a. This is kind of like for people that are snowboarders. That's what they're designed for, really, for people that do the extreme X Games, you know. But I can tell you this, bikers love these. They come in all shapes and sizes, and this one here is just a half face. Now one of the things that concerns me is I've got these glasses on right now, and every time that I exhale, instead of coming out this mouthpiece right here, it's going up the top of the mask and it's fogging my glasses. So that's something that we would have to investigate and find out what we could do to open those up a little bit. But if you're out in the elements, having your face covered with the ability to be able to breathe without condensation building up, it's an Alpha Outpost exclusive. You know, these are very, very, I actually said exports on here, but these are very handy. It's a neoprene front end on there with a soft fleece-like face body. These are approximately half face like this runs about $9. You know, so you're at about $50 now. Before we get to the last item in this box, and this last item is a bag, but it's just not a bag. It's Christmas time. This is actually a stocking, Christmas stocking bag. And here's the weird part about this. I'm kind of 50-50 on this. 50% of me goes, hey man, this is pretty decent because of the way it's made. This is like a 500 denier, and it is lined almost like with a vinyl rubberized waterproof lining in there. It's got some cool zippers on there. It's got a double zipper, reverse zipper, you know, two-way, up and down, either way. Right? Heavy duty. Molly straps. It's got D-rings. It's got your patch panel here. It's got a front end little single pouch that you could put something like, oh, I don't know, maybe a small Altoids can. Something like that would go inside of there. Hang this up. But you know, there are good parts about this, but here's where I'm at on this here. You know, why would I want to carry this? You know, I mean, when I subscribe to a box, I want a box that's going to carry gear that is going to be useful to me. And when we talk about the things in the boxes, the reason we accepted the invitation for Alpha Outpost to be involved in this study is because guys and gals like you said, hey, you know, they've got some great gear in there, and all the boxes that we received, they've definitely had some great gear in it. For me, a stocking, no. You know, it'd have been much better off had this bag been able to be used out in the bush. This isn't what it's for. This is a foo-foo gift here that hangs on your mantle next to Johnny and Billy and Sally's little stocking there. So this is for Daddy to, I guess, to have Santa put a new firearm in here, a new sidearm, maybe some shotgun shells or whatever, you know, but it's made for that. You know, hang your candy canes on the D-rings. I don't know. You know, I don't like to be critical at all, but I'm just telling you the truth. You know, for $50, you know, you're getting a bargain. You know, in regards to gear, this is about $65 worth of stuff that I'm looking at here, according to our calculations. You know, and there are items in here that are very useful. I mean, this is a very useful face mask. The scarf is very useful for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of things, a lot of survival things you can do with a scarf like this. A lot of things. The goggles are cool. The hat, you know, it's got some uses to it, you know. I'm always gigging Demi about this crazy patch that they put in, you know, all the time. I'm not wearing patches anywhere anymore. Okay, and then the Nutcracker, that would be in line with the stocking. I mean, what are you going to use this for out in the bush or in a survival situation? Crack some nuts? I don't think so. All right, but it's a bargain in regards to the price. Got some great instructions down here on this card. So here's what I want to tell you. We've been looking at their boxes during this research and study we've done for the article for Backwoods Biker Magazine. That magazine is coming out in the next week or so. It's launching live off of our website. We'll let you know exactly when it's out so you can go out and read it. It's got almost 70 pages of nothing but gear. We have a couple interviews with we got an exclusive interview with Les Stroud, the Survivor Man. He's a cool dude. And then we also got Craig Caudill from Nature Reliance School down in Kentucky. Craig is I call him the Yoda of the bush, man. The guy can track anything, anywhere, at any time. He is just a walking encyclopedia of knowledge and experience. So we've got that going on, and we've named the Knife of the Year, the Shelter of the Year, the Hammock of the Year. It's a magazine that's full of information to help you make a better decision whenever you go to buy something. So keep an eye out on that. But before Christmas time, we're going to do one more video on Alpha Outpost. And we're going to lay out all the gear that came in all their boxes. And we're going to go right down the line. And at the end of it, we're going to say, you know, we really highly recommend you to do this. We give them the thumbs up. Or we're going to just say, hey, look, not very good stuff in here. We're going to be truthful with you. So hang tight and keep watching out for that. We've also got another video out that you should look for this month on our mail call. Mail call is cool because we announce winners. And this month we have got some great gear that we're giving away. So get out there and see that. All right. So have a great holiday. Enjoy your Christmas. And we appreciate all your support, what you do for us. Everybody here at Backwoods Biker Magazine wishes you a very, very Merry Christmas. So until next time, you live free, you ride free, and as always, you be safe.